In 2021, President Yoweri Museveni passed a decree to increase the salaries of science teachers. Degree holders were to get 4 million shillings and diploma holders 2 million shillings, leaving their fellow arts teachers unsatisfied. Last Tuesday, arts teachers from various parts of the country under their umbrella body of the Uganda Professional Humanities Teachers Union laid down their tools and vowed not to return to classes if the government does not come forward to increase their salaries in line with their science colleagues. Before receiving a response from the concerned ministries, science teachers under the Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union have also given the government a 90-day deadline to reinstate their salaries on subjects which were affected.
We have tried by all means to engage the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Public Service. Through all these letters, these are correspondences. The union has been writing and these ministries have been responding. So we've exhausted all the ways of negotiating with them on a round table.
In 2018, the Ministry of Education and Sports wrote to the Ministry of Public Service, further clarifying the renamed tailoring and garment subject as fashion and design. They informed them that this should be considered a science subject and so its teachers should be paid the same salary as science teachers. Since the president passed the salary increase for science teachers, they were not spared either. Each teacher with a degree started getting 4 million shillings, up from 1 million shillings, while those with a diploma started getting 2.2 million shillings, up from 760,000 shillings. However, on December 6, 2024, the Ministry of Public Service responded in writing, stating that the subject of fashion and design is a non-science subject and all those who had been promoted returned to their initial salaries.
They come, train in these institutions, then you tell them they are non-science. It is unacceptable.
While they are still fighting for this to be reinstated in science subjects, last month the Ministry of Education and Sports released an approved structure for the technical and vocational training TVET institutions' salary reform for technical and vocational teachers, which was made by the Ministry of Public Service. According to these teachers, two subjects, namely agriculture and shoemaking, which have always been considered as science, have been changed to service courses. This change results in a much lower salary than that of science teachers, which they say is aimed at oppressing them.
Agriculture trainers that they are non-science, yet in local governments, in secondary schools, agriculture is regarded as a science. Internationally, it is a science. Fashion and design is a science. When you go to these universities, Makerere University, Ndeje, you go to Kenya, some of the universities that have these technical courses, it is purely science. So we don't know where these people base their ideas to make these decisions.
They are now saying that from August, they will lay down their tools if the government does not come out to fix the issue.
If we fail to agree with the government, we shall tell you to lay down your tools, you go back home, or you remain in your staff quarters, you don't go to class. That is one. Two, you have an assurance that the union is there with legal capacities.
They alleged that they were in talks with the Public Service Ministry on the matter and they were told verbally that the courses are non-science. We spoke to officials from the Public Service Ministry on the matter and they told us that they have not seen any document confirming the allegations and asked them to put it in writing so they can be dealt with. Meanwhile, technical institutions in the country as a whole are grappling with a lot of challenges, including lack of promotions, equipment, health insurance, among others, which they asked the Ministry of Education to come to their rescue.
Then the government should consider the recruitment of trainers to handle support modules like entrepreneurship, Swahili and English. Most of the adverts that have been coming from Education Service Commission, they have not been appointing these trainers in these support modules.
We have tried to contact the Ministry of Education on the matter, but our efforts to reach them were not successful.
We stand. Divided, we fall.